This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Without a popular fundraiser because of the pandemic, a local organization is looking for the public's help. Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Ken Kara, and here's today's information. Tributes poured in on Monday after many in the Hazleton area learned of the passing of Dan Guydish. Guydish worked with the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce for the past 16 years as the membership director. Guydish was also a mayor of West Hazleton, the director of the Mountain Council of Governments, and he also spent 3 decades as a teacher in the area. Former West Hazleton Council member Jeff Kubitz told the Standard Speaker's Kent Jackson, quote, "Danny's motto was, 'What can we do to help? Let's refurbish a playground for the kids, do something for the senior citizens, the first responders.' That's basically how he lived his life," unquote. You can read more about Guydish in Kent Jackson's article at standardspeaker.com. Many organizations in our area are reaching out to the public because they haven't been able to have some of their biggest fundraisers due to the pandemic. Here's Lisa Sugart with more.
Each year at this time, Mother's Day weekend, Pennsylvanians for Human Life have what is each year their biggest fundraising event, selling single-stem carnations at local churches for Mother's Day weekend. However, unfortunately, that was not allowed to happen last year, and because of COVID again, it is not taking place this year.
This would have been our 40th annual Mother's Day carnation sale, and all our local Catholic churches participated. Faith Assembly of God, Grace Baptist Church, and I'm going to do a shout out to Grace Baptist because, do you know, last year they sent their usual amount of money and contributed to the Voice of John and to Pennsylvanians for Human Life. That's our Baptist church up there in the Heights. But it was our single and largest fundraising event because I can't expend my time raising funds. The work that we do in education and counseling is what takes my time. Now, this first year, we did keep our costs down. Our meetings are held here. My office is here. So we have minimized our overhead costs and we got through it. But the very thought of another year without that benefit it was very difficult to make the decision, but because of COVID, we simply can't do it. It is a time that our chapter, and what have we done with the money that we raised? First of all, and most importantly, I think, is that we've created this documentary. We produced The Voice of John, which is a documentary that speaks of the 65 million children who have been killed. John also was a child who I was privileged to find after he was aborted, and he was a victim of infanticide. He was left to die on a dirty utility room counter. Our chapter speaks in defense of the unborn, but we have expanded our message. We just recently, and again, something else that our local chapter supports is I run a weekly radio broadcast through JMJ Catholic Radio. It's called The Voice of John, and it embraces the womb to tomb ethic. Every life is sacred. It's a gift from God. And we just recently did probably a 6-part series on end-of-life issues. We look at and speak loudly on not only abortion and infanticide, but euthanasia and assisted suicide. We're watching those figures for suicide increase in the youth, in our middle-aged people population, and in our elderly. End-of-life issues is more and more important. So the work of our chapter, our future, is to become a little more tech-savvy so that we can do broadcasts, podcasts on the Voice of John website. Please make your tax-deductible donation to Pennsylvanians for Human Life. You can mail it to PHL, Marianne Lohan, 103 Johns Jog in Drums, Pennsylvania, 18222. We ask you to stand with us. our efforts have got to increase and move forward.
Today's news feature is brought to you by the Residence Inn by Marriott and Humboldt Station. Are you traveling with a four-legged friend? Call the Residence Inn at 570-455-9555.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast for the National Weather Service on Wednesday. Showers likely and a possible thunderstorm, mostly cloudy with a high in the 60s. Wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. Wednesday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low near 40 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high in the 50s. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 40 degrees. Friday, a chance of showers after 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high in the 50s. Friday night, a chance of showers before 8 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 40 degrees. Then on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high in the 50s, and Saturday night partly cloudy with a low around 40 degrees. There's going to be some great baseball in the beautiful Cunningham Valley this summer. We are now 81 days away from the Pennsylvania 11 to 12-year-old Little League All-Star Tournament at Valley West Little League. Today's countdown is brought to you by the Brass Buckle Mexican Restaurant. Hit a home run just across the street from Whispering Willows Park. Ken Pollock Ford, the most important option on your next vehicle is your dealership. Make that dealership Ken Pollock Ford, your #1 most trusted dealer. Boyer's Food Market, shop fast and save money. Over 6,000 items on sale every day. And Felvello Law, seriously injured in a car accident? Call us. Now the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard. Matt Shimani had 10 strikeouts on the mound, and Bryce Molinaro and Nick Biazzi hit home runs in Hazleton area's baseball win. McKenna Kavanis and Allison Babinski won 3 events, and Ben Terry won 2 in Monowi area's track sweep. Johanna Taylor hit a home run for Nord Schuylkill in softball, and Megan McCleary had 12 strikeouts for Monowi area. Still to come, our in-depth community feature and a story with the Hazleton area high school baseball team. That was a fun one, so stay tuned.
SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. George Burrows, age 60 of Shepton. Services will be private under the Stafford Brunswick Funeral Home. David Cavello, age 69 of Hazleton. The Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Michael A. Colombo, age 88 of Latimer Mines. Mass will be held on Friday at 11 a.m. at Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call on Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. at the church. Dolores S. Dolinsky of Drums. Mass will be held on Friday at 9:30 a.m. at Church of St. Joseph. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Vera M. Gotzel, age 84 of Cunningham. Mass will be held on Wednesday at 10 a.m. at St. John Bosco Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home in Drums. Daniel G. Guidish of West Hazleton. The Joseph B. Conhan Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Doris M. Hill, age 89 of West Hazleton. A funeral service will be held on Thursday at 10 a.m. at Christ Lutheran Church in Hazleton. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Gerald J. Linsky, age 83 of Oxford. A memorial service will be held on May 14th at 11:30 a.m. at the Reynolds and Shrivery Funeral Home. Lorraine M. Mundy, age 88 of Weatherly. A funeral service will be held on Friday at 11 a.m. at the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. Edward Papurin, age 82 of Drifton. Mass will be held on Friday at 9:30 a.m. at St. Anne's Church. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. and on Friday from 8 to 9 a.m. at the McNulty Funeral Home. And Thomas L. Verastro, Sr. of Hazleton, who passed away on April 12th. Mass will be held on May 11th at 10 a.m. at Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call on May 11th from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.